Well, you need permission to spend your money in retirement. And we don't mean permission by your mom or your dad or your husband or your wife or anything like that. You need yourself to give yourself permission to spend your money. I think a lot of you will. A lot of you that watch this channel, you need to give yourself permission. I'm just telling you right now. I deal with it all the time. I've been doing this since 1998, my friends. It's now 2023. That's 25 years. I've got a charcoal grill out there. I'm going to put some chicken on the grill. Charcoal. Just got to check there, make sure it's still kicking in. I got my little mountain where you light it from the bottom. One of those not tunnels, what do they call them? Chimneys. It works like a charm. That freaking chimney invention, like a rocket stove. Oh, rocket stoves are the best thing ever. Yeah, let's read this article. Jill had sent this to me from, what's her name? Christine Benz. Cute little lady. 5 strategies to help underspenders get over the hump of tapping their investments. All right. So basically, right here, she's worried about spending down her money. Taking out money feels terrible, and I hate it, even though she's still working. We're not retired, but this and other experiences illustrate to me that for our household, the biggest challenge in retirement may be giving ourselves permission to spend what we saved. I understand intellectually that the goal of saving and investing is to use the money at some later date. But portfolio spending, in contrast to spending from salary income, feels alien and uncomfortable. As Michelle Singletary wrote in this one of her articles. I haven't read it, and maybe at some point I will, but I'm telling you, man, you save the money now, you're deferring your compensation. It's literally what you're doing. You're saying, don't give me the money, put it in this account so I can use it later. That means you use it later. It's okay to spend some of your principal. It's okay. Crazy. Anyway, I've been noodling on this specific problem data in retirement planning lately. Although gauges of retirement preparedness vary, data suggests that most people haven't saved enough for retirement. And this is just an article from Fidelity. What does Fidelity want you to do? Save more with them. Work longer. Save more with them. It's freaking stupid. Yeah. It's only natural for people in that situation to take great care to ensure they don't prematurely exhaust their savings. But I suspect that many Morningstar readers face a different problem. They're saving. Oh, let's get knucklehead. Come here. Give the people what they want. Who knows that song? Give the people what they want. You guys know that song? Actually, let's just go outside. Come on. Let's go out here. We're going to go out here with Finny. Oh, we can go outside, buddy. That's okay. We're going to come outside with a Finny. Come on, Pops. You want to come outside? Give the people what they want. If you know that song, put it in the doobly-dook, and you can see the smoke right there for my little grill. Yeah, I'll show you what I'm doing here. Excuse me, Pops. So you can see. Yeah, look at that. There we go, baby. Get that guy going. Throw some chicken on there. Dude, it's great. So you just take this right here, blowtorch. This is just butane gas. Butane, whatever. Freaking works like a charm. Put some newspaper under there, and you can see that it's not smoking very much anymore. So that means it's kicking in. Once there's no more smoke, that means that sucker is burning. That's fantastic. So what I'm going to do, actually, they will dump these oh yeah, you can actually, oh yeah, dude. They'll dump these charcoals out and put some more on there to really get it going. This is just a small one. I think I got for like $30 at Kroger. I don't really use the charcoal grill that much, but the charcoal does taste good. It does. All right. That's not very good because you can't see my beautiful pearly white t-shirt. All right. Let's keep going here. Let's see what Christine else got to say. I suspect that many Morningstar readers face a different sort of problem. Their savings can comfortably replace their working incomes with little risk of running out of money. But they spend less than they could spend, often much less. Indeed, researchers had identified a retirement consumption gap that's particularly prevalent among retirees with higher levels of wealth. I just see that freaking pisses me off too. I talk to people all the time who aren't wealthy, but I talked to a guy just yesterday. He just doesn't spend that much money. I mean, he's like, we're putting like $2,000 a month for just day-to-day stuff. Now, he still got to pay for health care. He still got to pay income tax, which are hardly any. But he just doesn't spend that much. He owns everything. He drives an older vehicle. He's a single guy. He's like, dude, I'm just comfortable with my life. He's got his 2 brothers. He's one of 6. He was raised on a farm. His 2 brothers within the same town. He's just freaking, he wants to spend $10,000 a year to go to Florida or something, if even that, to go to Florida to get away from the Northeast cold. But it's just like, but he can't make it because Biden economy. I'm so sick of the Biden economy, the Trump. I'm so sick of it, dude. It's crazy. Look, it's just some guy said, "Oh, Josh is a Biden cheerleader." I was like, look, if that's what I don't care. It's so sick of that. Come here, Pops. Papa doesn't like it either. Come here. All right, so Papa wants to come up and say hello. All right. Of course, it's possible that some of the underspending isn't problematic, especially if retirees are satisfied with their standard of living. You think? But for retirees without a strong bequest motive who might like to make a lifetime gifts or spend more, here's a couple strategies to do so. All right. Consider an annuity. This is a jackboot tactic on my list. It might be too extreme for some. And it's also true that many annuities are high cost and opaque. But plain vanilla single premium annuities, i.e., you turn over X amount of money, $100,000 to an insurance company, you get $500 a month every month for the rest of your life. No inflation adjustment, $500 until you're dead. Or you can have it for a 20-year period certain, or you can have it for a life and 20-year period. You can have it for 100% life. There's a million different ways to skin that cat. It's easy, it's simple, and it's guaranteed. No work, no muss, no fuss. Actually, I haven't looked at the annuities for a while in terms of given the interest rates. I wonder what the payout is. Right. He talks about Blanchett and Michael Finke, who talked about that retirees who hold annuities actually can spend more or do spend more because they look at annuity as a paycheck. And when you have a guaranteed income, you spend to the level of that guaranteed income. That's why you spend to the level of your paycheck. You spend to the level of the guaranteed income, which makes the 4% rule just null and void because you always underspend. You're like, I'm scared to spend. But if you give yourself annuity, you'll give yourself a big bump in income. It's just that simple, man. You might leave less. Tilt your portfolio towards income production. Okay. And we got my man John Reckenthaler and financial planner Alan Roth have written about building laddered portfolios of tips with an eye toward generating cash flows. All right. Tie portfolio withdrawals to portfolio performance. I actually like that. I love guaranteed annuities. SPIAs, single premium income annuities, big fan, long time. Love them. So you tie your freaking fixed annuities. You got Social Security fixed guaranteed annuities, income annuities. Then you put the rest like VTI. You know what I'm saying? You still got cash. Don't get me wrong. You still got your barbell and VTI. But man, you're like, all right, if the market goes up, I take more. Market goes down, I take less. But I got my basics covered. What a just easy way to do this. So again, we said for simplicity, we get 100,000. We put it into a SPIA. We get $500 a month on it because that's basically the payout, roughly 6% a year. All right. Then you got your cash in the Vanguard money market right now. VFMXX is paying like 5.29. All right, and then you got VTI. You got 100,000 in SPIA, $500 a month, 100,000 in VTI, 100,000 in money market. I just literally using these numbers for simplicity. Stock market goes up 20%. You got $20,000. You pull the money from there. Stock market goes down. You need $20,000. You pull it from your freaking money market account. Just is such a great way to do this, man. It's crazy. But again, if the markets go down across the board, well, you give yourself a pay cut. Or just level it off. Don't give yourself an inflation adjustment. That's what the guardrails would be. I love the guardrails. Plan for spending to trend down. I love Blanchett, but he's not the beginner of this research on. I wish my man Ty Bernanke would get more credit. Ty Bernanke, there's a couple of people. It wasn't Hurd and Rottweiler, Michael Hurd and Susan Rottweiler. Before them, there's some people I can't remember what school who talked about retirement consumption dropping as people got old in like the 90s. I just forgot their name. Rottweiler and Hurd came along with it, but I think Ty Bernanke was the person who at least introduced that concept to me, and that changed my life without question. That changed my life. The book by Spend Till the End by Kotlikoff and Scott Burns, another one there. I just said, man, it's all been fake. All retirement planning up to that point has been fake because we've all been led to false premises. And I didn't think it's deliberate. I just think people said, yeah, it makes sense. Your spending goes up with inflation. People had no clue what that meant. They just all kind of went along with it. Like they all went along with Einstein and the Eddington experiment. Well, Eddington the eclipse proves that Einstein was right. So silly. Anyways, the point being here is that everyone just went along with it until some guy said, no, it's not true. In reality, this is not true. Blanchett, to his credit, in about 2013, took it as well and did the research more than what other people had done. And because he's writing for Morningstar, he got more street cred. But it came before him. Fanny, I thought you were dead. That's why I came outside to be with you. I was looking at him. By the way, especially Blanchett's research showed that most retirees spend more in the early years of retirement, but inflation-adjusted spending trends downward until the early 80s. At that point, healthcare expenses drive an uptick in spending, which I disproved actually in my book, Relax and Retire. You can read about it. It's in the Doobie Duke, and you should, because there's the evidence of the retirement spending smile is weak at best. And I love David Blanchett, no problem with him, but it's just there's not enough evidence to say that will happen to the vast majority of people. Anyway, then ask an advisor to dole it out. Well, that's just silly. All right, so there you go. 5 ways to get your retirement spending up without breaking the bank. I mean, come on, people. It's your freaking money. It's your money. It's just buy yourself the shoes. So let me give an example. Let me come over here. I was working with these people in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Oh, yeah, look at that. Sorry. Oh, look at that. That's what you want to see, baby. So I was working with these people in Cherry Hill, New Jersey when I was at USA, and he was an old dock worker. All right, he's Polish. Came here after the war, World War II, with his parents, and worked at docks in Poland. His wife was a retired school teacher. Wonderful people, lived in a simple house in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They had like $2.5 million between them, and they had more money than they could spend. Great people, loved them to death, but they're so used to being poor. And he worked in Camden, New Jersey, and they used to live there until Camden, New Jersey went nuts in the 60s, so they moved to Cherry Hill. Anyway, and I just remember they were in the Cherry Hill Mall or something like that, and she goes, yeah, I was telling Joe, whatever his name was, I just want to buy these new shoes, because she had just retired from school teaching. She goes, I don't know, Maria, whatever her name was, I don't know if you can afford. I looked at him, I said, dude, do you want Governor Christie to get your money? And they were Republicans. They go, what do you mean? I said, dude, do you know the estate tax in the state of New Jersey? No. I said, let me tell you about the estate tax. In New Jersey, there was an estate tax and an inheritance tax, and there was a federal estate tax too. Now, the federal estate tax at that point was higher than they would probably have to pay, but just the idea of spending an estate tax in New Jersey so he could pay his union bosses, because that's what, not just Christie, but all these New Jersey politicians are, and the union controls everything. I said, the public union doesn't, not in terms of Christie, but still, Christie was a scumbag. But anyway, I said, you don't want your money going to these people. He goes, well, what do you mean? So you're going to retire. You're going to die with more than, I think it was $650 in New Jersey, maybe $1 million. I can't remember. Anything above that is going to be taxed, an estate tax in the state of New Jersey. That's just a fact, Jack. So let Maria buy the damn shoes so Governor Christie doesn't get your money. And I'll never forget, he's like, are you sure? I said, you got more money coming in, because she had a pension. You're so scared of your pension. He was a union guy. Your pension, you get more money in coming out the door and going out. You're going to be fine. And I hope she bought the shoes. Buy the damn shoes. All right, we'll see you guys. Love your thoughts. And we're going live here in about 2.5 hours at 8 p.m. tonight. We're going to talk inflation. We're going to talk inflation. And the boo birds will be out. So I need you moderators out there as they start getting crazy, because anytime you talk about inflation, like, you got to ban them. Not if they're just being, if they're being silly. That's okay. But if they start being, idiotic, just ban the people. And I can't keep control of everybody. I mean, they might not come out. I don't know. But anytime you talk about inflation, everyone's like, you don't understand what it's like. Oliver Anthony, he knows. Like, they start getting silly and start using negative comments like, you're an idiot. Like, I had a guy called me Josh Antoinette the other day. So I said, ban. And then another guy said, you don't know what it's like. You're richer. So I can't remember. So I said, ban. It's just so stupid, man. You live in America, dude. Give me a freaking break. All right, we'll see you tonight. Bye.